In this e-learning, we'll be talking about database connection for WiseOption. Here's the situation. You're trying to run WiseOption, the program, and you see this screen saying that WiseOption could not connect to the database. Here's the first thing I need you to try. We're going to close the application, and you should be performing this from the server, not from a remote terminal, actually from the server. You're going to look, because on the server you're going to find this button, which is for the database, the icon for the database. And if you see this small red square pointing here, is because the database is still stopped. So we need to right click over there on that icon and say start the database. And when we start the database from a red square, it will return to a green arrow saying that the database is back and running, and then you try to run the application again. Connected successfully, and then you're ready to go and use your WiseOption application. This is the most frequent thing that happens when users cannot reach the database. Now, sometimes you are on the server and you cannot find that icon on the bottom. Well, I'm sure I am on the server and I don't have the icon. When I look on my taskbar, I look for different icons here on the bottom and I cannot find it. What should I do in this case? We're going to click on the Start button. Then we're going to open the My Computer tool. And I need you to go to your local disk. We're going to bring that icon back under Program Files. And we look for SQL Server. The version is 8.0, so we're going to look on version 8.0 and under Tools and under the folder called Bin. So this is the entire roadmap to bring the icon back. See Program Files, Microsoft SQL Server 8.0 Tools Bin. And to bring the icon, notice that we do not have the icon down there now, and I'm using this SQL Server Manager. I'm going to double click on that. It will bring the dashboard here on my screen and also the icon. I can close the icon, and I could either stop or start the database by right-clicking on the icon, but also I can double-click on the icon and I could stop and start the database. So when you stop the database, instead of the green arrow, you see the red square, and the WiseOption will not be able to access the database when this happens. Okay, so what could cause this? Most frequent is problem is when users stop the database for some reason, maybe to back up the folder, the WiseOption folder, so you need to stop the database before backing it up, and they simply forget, or the backup was performed by a user and a different user come to the program and simply cannot access the database. But also, if you have Windows set on your computer through its settings to automatically update the security patches overnight, sometimes, and depending on the security patch you are bringing onto your computer, that Windows is downloading and installing, you will need to restart the computer, and sometimes the services have to be stopped too, and SQL Server is one of those. And finally, not shutting the computer down properly. You just unplug the electrical cord. That would be an abrupt interruption for the operational system and could cause to SQL Server to protect itself next time you turn on the computer. This way, you simply have to restart the database and it will be back. But most frequently, users forgetting to bring the database back after starting the database. So today we learned how to, the first attempt we should do, and making sure that the database for WiseOption is still running and available for the program.